usually introduced to them in the beginning and at the end also. 1A and 32. Zone A and 32. Mm. You know what it's about on. Oh, what? Copy. Why? Your telephone is charged. Your phone is charged. Fully charged. Huh? Okay. I'm gonna wait. Oh, you don't need this. Do you have a Deuteronomy thing? Wouldn't like it, right? Deuteronomy 22:5. If a woman not wear men's clothes. Mm. We're not ready yet, right? We're not know what can listen to us.
They can. right, all right, all right. Hey, shalom, Yabba Shimei Shepherd, thud to my thumb to my brothers. Yahweh Shamar Latham Bashimi Shah to my sisters. I'm Priest Officer Klah with the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yohana. We started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We've been teaching the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians who they are according to the scriptures. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group or organization. Today is Wednesday. We're gonna get into the law class. We are. My topic today is going to be on how we we dressed and ate. You know what I'm saying? We going on how the diets were and how our apparel and how we conducted ourselves as a people. You know what I'm saying? So every day I see it every day. We got men wearing women clothes, women wearing men's clothes, and then we got other things going on. You know what I'm saying? We got people celebrating these pagan holidays. I know they got one that's coming up. It's what is it? Christmas. Yeah, they got Christmas coming up. They're gonna be having another one of those meals like they had on Thanksgiving. Like they're gonna have ham, chitterlings, and all types of nastiness. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna go ahead and get into. We're gonna start out with Hosea 4 and 6. You know what I'm saying? But I want y'all to understand, we as a people have forgotten who we are. We've been destroyed. We've been our knowledge of who we were as a people in the Bible was taken away from us because we rejected the knowledge of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We sat there and we went against the Most High and doing things so we could be so I mean things that kids would do just so they could get punished. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're not trying to get punished, but they do it anyway. I'm pretty sure most of y'all got kids out there. Y'all understand the kids that sit there and do something after you tell them not to do it several times. So you got to discipline. Go ahead.
Yes, it's important to mention about that they are doing it because they following what they see on the news daily by television, on the internet
Right.
about Hollywood implementing this kind of garments they are belong to a woman, but now the man is wearing it today as it is a normal thing. But we
Right.
have forgot being a Hebrew Israelite, we have rules how to dress.
Right.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Right. And I'm telling you, like I think right, Hosea 4 and 6.
Yeah. It is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My peoples are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. You see it every day. You see brothers and sisters out there homeless. You see them out there smoking and on drugs, out there alcoholics and having all type of mental problems. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we sat there and went against the Most High, so now we have rejected knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
And there it is, right there. We rejected the knowledge that the Most High has given us, and what the knowledge is the law, statutes, and commandments that was passed down from generation to generation. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I will also reject thee.
And so now the Most High has rejected us because what we have done as a people, we went against the Most High. We rejected what He gave us so we could live because I guess, I don't know, we refused to live. We wanted to die. We wanted to be unalived. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to do the things that goes against what our parent want us to do. You know what I'm saying? As a parent, you sit there and tell your kid, I forbid you to do this. And then your kid turns around and do it. What you gonna do? You're gonna turn around and punish them because they shouldn't have done what you told them not to do. So now we are under punishment. Our knowledge is taken away from us. You know what I'm saying?
Cause, Okay. We also, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
And see, we have forgotten the law. You know what I'm saying? Again, we had the law. We had this law right here. This the King James Bible. There's 613 law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? We've rejected the law. I mean, read that part again.
Okay. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
Let's see, we forgot the law because we went against him. So pretty much he took that knowledge away from us. So now we don't even know the proper way to dress. We don't know the proper way to eat. You know what I'm saying? We don't know anything. So now we're destroyed as a people. We are fighting against each other instead of doing what he want us to do. We sit in there being, I don't even know if I can say this online because they censor it so much. You know what I'm saying? It's gotten to the point where the insanity has become the norm. Men get to wear women's clothing. Women get to wear men's clothing. It's okay to be this. It's okay to be that. You know what I'm saying? When we wasn't, as a people, supposed to be that. You know what I'm saying? We had laws to follow. We had everything. Everything was given to us in the King James Bible. The King James Bible. You know what I'm saying?
The version.
We have the King James version of the Bible. Slack it. That Bible right there is our history book. It's also the book that's foretelling what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? This book right here is everything. You know what I'm saying? The past, the present, and what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you ever heard that song. They put it, it's so subtle in that song. The past, the present, and the future as well. You know what I'm saying? My niece sing it all the time. I can't get it out of my head. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's like, okay, yeah, I understand. So we got the past. We learning from the past, which is describing what's going to happen in the future. And now everything that was described in the past and going into the future is happening right now. You know what I'm saying? There's a war going on. You know what I'm saying? And it was brought up in the Bible. There was scriptures about this war that was going to happen. It's wars and rumors of wars. Do you by any chance know which one that is?
Salakia, sir. I'm going to address this, rumors of wars, what is going on in Palestine today against the so-called Jewish people.
Right.
Okay, what is going on in Russia versus Ukraine?
Right.
And what is going on in Africa right now? That all the African countries are trying to gain, their freedom, from the European countries, the oppressors, and all of that. And recently, as today we speaking, we are listening, we are hearing, from the news, from the internet, from every source about, the Venezuela is coming to war, against,
right.
The neighbor country, Guyana. And Guyana, is one of, if it's one of our peoples too. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, are from the tribe of Benjamin. And the Venezuelans, are from the tribe of Asher. Okay, but because of their oil, here comes United States again, sticking their crazy hands. And they're gonna do very much what they did, to Iraq.
Right.
Okay, because Kuwait used to be Iraq's land. Okay. Okay, go ahead, sir. Yeah, I like to add this.
All right, no sweat. I don't know if y'all understand, but what he just said is heavy as I'll get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's wars going on that's taking place now, even right now, at this very moment. You know what I'm saying? But you, Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, it's not your war. It's not. Your war is here in America. Your war is against each other. Because as a people, we shouldn't be fighting against each other. We should be doing as in Zephaniah 2 and 1. You know what I'm saying? And in the book of Zephaniah 2 and 1, it says, for gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be gathering together, just like it says. But no, we too busy worried about what the pale faced people are doing. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with them? What's up with that war over there? Let me go ahead and try to send funds and refuge for these people that's going through a war over there when you can't even fix what's going on in your own neighborhood. You got so many Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian brothers homeless, coming up missing. You know what I'm saying? The brothers and sisters on the res are coming up missing daily, and people don't know what's going on or where they're going. You know what I'm saying? What about the children on the border that came up missing? How many was that? Like
I think it's the number it goes to 75,000.
75,000 missing on the border. You know what I'm saying? This should sit there and rile you up, not that war that's going on over there. You shouldn't be sending. What did he say? About a couple millions of dollars to help them when it takes no more than $65 million to fix the water in Flint, Michigan. They still ain't got good water. You know what I'm saying? You could go ahead and buy out like projects, like apartment buildings, and rent it out, or just let the homeless people have places to stay. You know what I'm saying? You can sit there and buy a whole bunch of food, feed the homeless for a week, help them get a job, help them stabilize themselves as a people. You know what I'm saying? But no, you want to sit there and help somebody else's war. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But I'm not even trying to get on that topic today. I'm trying to sit there and talk to y'all about how to dress and how to be fly. And because even back in the day, before, as the young ones say, the drip was even popular. We had it all. You know what I'm saying? We was pulling women left to right. You know what I'm saying? We had multiple wives. Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian men. You had multiple wives. Women. Man, y'all are described throughout this Bible.
Sir, and the mice today, when a lot of our Christian brothers, when they hear somebody like us talking about these items,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of saying, man, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Well, just to let you know, being in a marriage, one man and one woman, this is a Christian belief. That is a Christian ideology. But when you go back to the Bible, you see, all of our ancestors, just to name few, King Solomon, King David, Job, all of them, has multiple wives.
Right.
And when we're talking about King Solomon, we're talking about 700 wives and 300 concubines.
Good night.
Okay, but today, it's a problem for a woman right here. A man having two women, and that is our culture. Let the other nations do whatever they want to do. Let's focus on what we are reading today, right here in the Bible. We're reading about commandments. This is our class today. Okay, and our class today is the behavior of our peoples of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, which we are, the so-called blacks in America, the so-called Hispanics in Latin America, and the so-called Native American Indians. Okay? The Bible is our record, is our culture. Okay? Is our way of life. Okay? And we have to return back to our ways of life the way it used to be. Because as Israel, we are being reborn right now, and at the same time, our culture is getting back.
Right.
It's getting back alive. The world is knowing today those one day, the so-called Israelites, they are living in our land, they are messing up with the Palestine, they are the synagogue of Satan.
Right.
All right? But today, we are letting the world know who we are, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and North American Indians, that we are the 12 tribe of Israel, and we have a work to do, and we have a culture to revive, to bring it alive again.
That's right.
Before the arrival of Yahweh Shai, Jesus Christ. Okay?
Right. What he's saying, again, is real heavy. You know what I'm saying? So history tells us that the Black, Hispanic, and Native American people, again, were one nation, you know what I'm saying? And we were a polygamous people. And polygamy is a man having multiple wives. You know what I'm saying? We ended up adopting the European culture because that having one wife being monogamous is the European culture. It is not of our customs. You know what I'm saying? We took on their customs when they came over and enslaved and did all types of stuff to us as a people. You know what I'm saying? They broke you down, tug you up, and they took you, they destroyed you from your mind down. You know what I'm saying? Again, it even says it in the book of, let's see, Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. It says in the book of Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man. See, look, that's multiple women. 7 at that. 7 women will take hold of one man. They will go up and find them one husband. And I'm not talking about 7 women finding separate husbands. They all came for that one man. You know what I'm saying? They came to that man. And this is what happened. Saying, see, this is what they telling this man right here, like, hey, these women came up to Tabak and was like, hey, I got to tell you something. You know what I'm saying? We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. You know what I'm saying? We will sustain ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We will sit there and make sure we are fed and we are clothed. You know what I'm saying? This is what they telling Tabak this. You know what I'm saying? They came up, all 7 of them, and was like, only let us be called by thy name. You know what I'm saying? And to take away our reproach. They was like, just let us have your last name. Let us be called by the house of Tabak. You know what I'm saying? Let us be under you. 7 women, 1 man. Why do you think brothers in the world, when they get with one woman, they can't just have one? They want more. They end up with more women. Or if you see a man, if they see a man in a relationship, multiple women is more desired towards them. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it happen. You get into a relationship, and next thing you know, this girl, that girl, that girl, that girl, they know you in a relationship, but now they want to be in a relationship with you. It's like it's embedded in their DNA as well. Go ahead.
Okay, so just to let you know that according to the Word of God, you know, so we are talking about that our nation has been destroyed, you know, from the other nations.
Right.
When they apply Christianity to us, when they speak about and they preach in the churches about one woman and one man, that is a marriage.
Right. That's the monogamous relationship.
That is a lie.
Right.
That is a lie. The proper interpretation of this is a man and a woman is a marriage, but being interacting sexually at one time. To us, it's not the so-called thing, the nasty thing of being 3 people having sex at the same time.
They call it, I believe, a menage a trois or exactly. Orgy or some bull crap.
Orgy, exactly.
It's disgusting.
See,
one man, one woman at a time. You know what I'm saying? After you're done, you take your shower, you clean yourself. And maybe your other wife call you, be like, hey, you can't spend time with me this week. Now you have to go and properly handle with your other wife. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's always one man and one woman at one time. But in the marriage, being a man, you can have multiple wives. Wait, how do we get on multiple wives?
That's correct. And that's a commandment. Okay.
Right.
And that is a commandment, and that is exactly what the class of today is going on for. Salakia said, we haven't finished chapter 4 and verse 6.
Okay.
Okay, so and thou shalt be not priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten about the Lord of thy God. See what we're talking about? I will also forget about thy children. Now, Salakia said, let me emphasize something about this.
Go ahead.
Today, when we start talking about dressing codes, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we start about Hollywood, Hollywood is the one who is being implemented to us, and they put it, in the media, on television, on the internet about, how people in Hollywood, how men especially dressing up as a woman.
Right. You
okay. Now we have some examples. Okay. Will Smith's son. I mean, look at it. His father is telling him, is allowing his son to to dress very womanly way. Okay. And so right here say, and I will also forget thy children, because you as a father are been telling your children to do things that are not listed in the Bible, are not listed as a commandment. So what that means, that even as a father, you are destroyed. You don't have the ability to tell your own children how to be a man.
Right. Instead, the children are telling you how to be.
Exactly.
The children are telling you what you can and cannot do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I meant by, like, we can't really say anything right now, because everything that we say is always censored on TV or the internet or wherever you go. You know what I'm saying? You can't say what we used to be able to say. We can't say words without having to say pause afterwards, because now everything is sus. Everything is crazy. Everything is not the same as it used to be, because the children are now making the laws. You know what I'm saying? The children are now sitting there telling you, oh, no, you're not going to tell me I can't be straight. You can't even say straight no more. You can't even say heterosexual. You got to say cisgendered or some bull crap like that. But I'm going to tell you like this. I refuse. I refuse. I'm going to tell you like this. You better not come at me that way, because I will come at you a different kind of way. And I'm old school to the bone. You know what I'm saying? Just like my brother right here, older than me and more knowledgeable than me. You know what I'm saying? But he still goes the same ways as the days of old. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to sit there and conform to what they got going on right here. This insanity. You know what I'm saying? Because that's exactly what it is. It's nothing but insanity.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to go ahead and jump to Jeremiah 17:4.
Jeremiah 17:4 is the same thing as Deuteronomy, but let me go with Jeremiah.
Oh, did you
say something?
Oh, slack. My bad.
Jeremiah 17:4. Okay, I got
yes.
it. I got it.
Okay. Go ahead when you got it.
Okay. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. Okay. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
Mm-hmm.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies
mm-hmm.
in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire of mine anger, which shall burn forever.
See right there. That right there is what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? We made the Most High mad. We pissed him off. Excuse my language. We made him so angry that he took away our heritage, our knowledge of who we are as a people, and put us in this land to serve our enemies, which is the so-called oppressors, the pale-faced devils that the Bible speaks of. You know what I'm saying? We over here, we don't know who we are as a people. But even though we not knowing who we are, we still act kind of accordingly to what we usually do in our DNA. We are a cleanly people. We are people that sit there and take the image of ourselves seriously. Know what I'm saying? Have you ever noticed brothers and sisters out there, black, Hispanic, and Native American people, always out there with the fresh fit, and they always got even the kids, they got the fresh fit for the first day of school. Know what I'm saying? They got the fresh kicks, fresh fit. Know what I'm saying? They always trying to do something nice to impress oppress the woman. Know what I'm saying? Or the women sitting there trying to catch the eye of a man. So they dress nice and make sure they smell good. We've been doing this for a long time. Even though we have been cut off from knowing who we are as a people, we still act the same way as we should, even though we still need the laws. We still need to understand them. We still need to know why we do it as a people. We still need to understand that us as a people are cleanly people. We got to understand, even though the food that we make is delicious, most of it is not good for us because we conform to the oppressor's form. Know what I'm saying? We over here serving our enemies, and they telling us what is good for us to eat and what is good, what is bad. Know what I'm saying? And it's always the opposite. They sit there and tell you, pork is good, beef is bad. Know what I'm saying? When in actuality is the beef is good for you. The oxtail, the goat, there's other animals that we can eat that's lawful. We have a whole full dietary law laid out for us in the book of Leviticus. You know what I'm saying? We have our own dietary law. We have our own way of eating to sustain life and to be healthy. But we listen to our enemies because, we don't believe they are wicked. We believe that they are the people that we should follow. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you right now, if you was to walk up to a brother and say that the white man is the dang on devil that the Bible speaks of, they're going to have a fit. They will have a straight up fit. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? They will have a fit. I don't know who you think you're talking about. Know what I'm saying?
Impressive.
But if you was to sit there and say that brother right there is raggedy as I'll get out, know what I'm saying? You want to sit there and badmouth this brother. They will join in with you to put that brother down. Go ahead.
Let's give some more spirit, to what we're talking about. Let's put a body on what we're talking about, okay? In the book of Jeremiah 17, verse 4, say, and thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies. Let's understand what we are talking about right here. We are talking about history, okay?
Right.
We are not talking just words, okay? Okay? When we fell down, because our Lord get angry at us and put us, under the hand of thy enemies, that the Bible is talking about right here, right now. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. That land is what we call America today.
Right.
Because our land, our promised land is the land of Israel today, which is being occupied, by the so-called Jewish, which are the synagogue of Satan. But ever since, in the transatlantic voyage, God brought you over here for a reason, because you in the west coast of Africa, you was disobeying the laws of Most High. And we, the so-called Hispanic peoples in North American Indians, we was over here doing the same thing. So that's why the white man, the white man, which is the devil according to the Bible, because, the meaning of devil means the liar and the deceiver, and that is his specialty, to lie and deceive. Okay, so in that sense, is when history written by man is specified, and it has a year when black people was brought to America. Okay, and it has a year when the Spaniards came and conquered the so-called Hispanic tribes. And then, from that time on, the Lord gave us an enemy, and he has destroyed us. Gave us their culture, and let us forget our culture, which is listed in the Bible. Christianity is not in the Bible.
No, it's not. You'd never find it anywhere in there.
Christianity is not in the Bible. That is the religion of the white man.
Of course.
The liar. So when you think you're going to church, you are not going to follow, the word of God. You are going to follow what the culture of the white man has been telling you. Because if we go to the dictionary, we find out that the religion, the definition of religion is only the philosophy of man. Man took the Bible and messed it up.
Of course they did.
And has given they has been feeding us with the wrong interpretation. Okay, so we right here in the Isupk, our work under the command of commanding and General Johanna is to wake up our peoples again and introduce to our peoples the 12 tribe of Israel back to our culture.
Right. Let's give that up. We're gonna give a hand to that. You know what I'm saying? Shit, talking mushrooms. But now, so what he's saying is bringing out the book of Psalms, 55 verse 21. You know what I'm saying? The book of Psalms 55 verse 21. So out here in America,
Psalms what you say?
55 verse 21. Out here in America, we end up following these devils in everything, to the point where our sisters are changing their appearance to make themselves to look more like them. Our brothers out here bleaching their skins right along with the women. Don't get it twisted. The women do it too. I've seen it so many times. Women bleaching them skins and right along with the men. But they sitting there following after what these devils are doing and what they are telling us and saying that it's okay. Because again, you will never find Christianity in the Bible. If you find it, let me know. Come tell me so I can go ahead and refute it. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's in the Bible, that's one thing. But if you take it on as your own interpretation of what's in the Bible, it's another. You know what I'm saying? Again, the devils gave you Christianity. They killed it into you. So I want you to understand, instead of instilling it into you, they killed it into you. They sat there and they murdered, they unalived so many of our people. They got rid of the elders, they got rid of the men, and they started raising up the women and children to understand that Christianity was something good for them. And if they didn't do that, something else bad was going to happen to them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And this is history. This is historical facts. You can find this on, I was just reading it like not even 20 minutes ago. I was just looking at it on the phone about how the pilgrims came over and they slaughtered people and they instilled Christianity into them by slaughtering the men and older men in front of the women. You know what I'm saying? And when the kids grew up, they sat there and taught them the Christianity as being something good and something, you know what I'm saying?
Most High Christ.
So if you could you get the book of Psalms, Proverbs? Is it Proverbs?
What you was giving right now was the Psalm 55.
Right, 21. Psalms 55 verse 21.
Mm-hmm. The words, the book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
The words that came out of these devils' mouths was smoother than butter. Know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you all Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian is cooked with butter because we know flavor. You know what I'm saying? We know flavor. And you know how when you take some of that butter and you spread it on your bread and it's super smooth and creamy. You know what I'm saying? That's how his words came out. His words came out silky smooth. You know what I'm saying? His words came out and you trusted those words. Go ahead.
But war was in his heart.
But war was in his heart. In his mind, he was out to destroy you. The words that came out of his mouth were so smooth, you didn't even catch on to the evilness that dripped with it. You know what I'm saying? He sat there and told you one thing, but in his mind thought another. Yeah. Yeah, y'all go ahead and be Christian so y'all can be under my thumb forever. You know what I'm saying? Just so y'all know, this is tea. It's just tea. I had to step off and drink some, take some medicine. I don't drink. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you gotta understand though. His mouth, the words that came out of his mouth were smooth as butter, but they was laced with evil. They was laced with a double meaning to what they were saying. It was out to destroy you. Go ahead.
His words were softer than oil.
They were softer than oil. And I don't know. Look, this right here. This is oil. You know what I'm saying? This is oil right here. This is some olive oil. You know what I'm saying? Anointing oil. It was smoother than that. It was like you melted the butter to go ahead and put on some brioche. You know what I'm saying? And it just went right over. And then in your mind, it just coated everything and made it feel nice. Go ahead.
Yet were they drawn swords.
They sat there and they preached you peace and love and everything, when all in their mind is hostility and slaying you. This is how Christianity was brought forth. It was killed into you, not instilled. It was killed into you. Go ahead.
And just against, let me tell you one thing. You know, this is one prophecy in the Bible when it became about the slaughtering of our brothers, North American Indians.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they come over, you know, in the Mayflower in the year 1620, all right?
Yeah, about 1620.
1620 in the Mayflower, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So they told lie to our brothers, the North American Indians, okay? And took their land away by using, you know, his words, you know, lies smoother than lie. They had some treaties, you know, and out of those treaties, you know, I don't remember exactly how many treaties they have, but they only fulfilled one. The one they were going to take the land away, and that is exactly what they did. And all the rest was lies, including, you know, the slaughtering of our Native American brothers.
Right.
Okay. So because of his mouths were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. They was already thinking about they was to slaughter them. Mm-hmm. His words were softer than oil. That is exactly what it is. Okay. Very soft. Okay. You know, like the words of a hypocrite, of a liar. Yet were they drawn swords.
Right.
They was ready to decapitate them.
They was ready for battle. They was going to destroy you one way or another.
And then at the same time, they used this same crazy thing, okay? This same versicle right here in the Bible, okay? The 21, about since they have the dominant peoples, you know, in this land, okay? They are the owners of Hollywood. They allow those evil things to be in practice. Now you have to dress as a woman. Now they believe Barack Obama have said that he believed that peoples of the same gender, they should get together. Right. And he allowed them. And then ever since then, seems to be like a woman who has a desire to be with another man, another woman, and a man to be with another man. They're just starting to come out of their closet. Today, everybody is out.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
That's majorly crazy.
And they are so defiant, and maybe they don't know, but they are practicing what is not in the Bible. What the Bible is called is an abomination. And that should be that the one who practice that, they are going to pay. Not because I say that. The Bible has said it. The word of God out of his own mouth, he has said it.
Right. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
We was talking, about the dressing code. Okay, can we go to back of the book of Deuteronomy when the law was written?
It kind. I was also about to bring out another law. You know what I'm saying? From the book of Leviticus.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? 20 and 13. You know what I'm saying? This is also what's going to lead into what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Again, like I was saying, his words were so smooth. It was smooth as butter. It was so sweet and so subtle in your ears that you believed every word that he said. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And these people out there, they teaching you by showing you on the TVs, the movies, and the videos on these TikToks and everything on the internet. You know what I'm saying? They teaching because the kids are always watching. You know what I'm saying? Kids are always watching. They see it all day, every day. And sometimes you, as a parent, you don't really notice it until you look at the screen and wonder what they watching. You're like, oh no. You know what I'm saying? Like, the words that he said that was so smooth, that he was just talking about, you know what I'm saying? The same sex relationships, the LGB, the Alphabet Brigade, Slacky, and the LGBT, whatever. Again, back in and it wasn't even that long ago. It was the 60s. The end of the 50s and the early 60s, they deemed that being in a same-sex relationship was insanity. They deemed that insanity. They said that it was insane for you to have the desire to be with the same sex. That's what they said. And I'm going to tell you like this. In the book, there's a law against having same-sex same-sex relationships. You know what I'm saying? In the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 13.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 13?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thou shalt not kill.
No, Leviticus 20 and 13.
Oh, Leviticus.
I mean, that's also a good law right there, too. Thou shalt not kill, which is said several times in Deuteronomy.
Actually, brother, is the abomination the Europeans apply, to the Native American brothers.
Mm-hmm.
They slaughtered them. That thou shalt not kill. Even though this law is not applied to them, but they
still did it.
But they did it.
I mean, and what's going to happen to them is what's coming to them. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because of what they did to my people and your people. You know what I'm saying? Right. But again, that thou shalt not kill, that's been in the Bible, 3-4 times? You know what I'm saying? It had to be repeated over and over again. And that is just for the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Because as a people, we shouldn't be killing each other. We shouldn't be unaliving each other every day. Every day there's on the news, you see somebody done got into a drive-by or somebody done got shot by a stray bullet or something. You know what I'm saying? You see it every day, all over the social media. Like the woman that took her kids to go fight somebody and ended up losing their lives while she ran. She fled the scene. That has happened. Yes. Let me know when you got it.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 13. If a man also lie with a man, lie with a mankind, as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination.
Oh, good night. Right there. Same-sex relationship is an abomination. If you don't know what abomination is, it's something foul and disgusting. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
An abomination is something that you would loathe to see. Not love, loathe, hate, despise. This is something that you shouldn't want to see. This is something that you shouldn't want to be normal. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not normal for a man to lie with a man. It's not normal for a woman to lie with a woman. You know what I'm saying? If you was to sit there and take a plug and try to plug it into another plug, you ain't gonna get nothing. You got an outlet with an outlet. Nothing. You got a plug and another plug. Nothing. But if you take the plug and the outlet, now you got something. It's that simple. Men with men and women with women don't produce anything. Even though the scriptures say to go forth and procreate. You know what I'm saying? And multiply. Go forth and multiply. Slack it. Go forth and multiply. You can't multiply if you're sitting there and dropping your kids off somewhere that they can't get to where they need to go. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But that they teach you that it's okay for you to do that. In Hollywood, and you see it on the movies, the TVs,
It's normal.
you see it as normal. You know what I'm saying? Now the little kids are seeing it like, oh, that's something I should be doing as when I grow up. No, you have to teach your children the right way to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is there any more?
Yes.
Go ahead.
They shall surely be put to death.
Oh, good night. Oh, good night. Hey, look. Again, this is a law out of the Bible. Being in a same-sex relationship is an abominable thing and is worthy of death. Now, I'm not saying that anybody here is going to unalive you for that, but I just know that it is coming. Not from us, but again, you know what I'm saying? That's worthy of death. Being like, because in the land of Babylon the Great, here, which is America, it's okay for the same-sex relationship. It's okay for interracial relationships. It's okay for things that shouldn't be okay to happen. Now I'm saying there's even a law for a man to not sleep with his daughter. Man, you know how crazy that has to be for that to happen? And you know in America that is something that people do. I don't know if you've ever seen Wrong Turn 2, Hills Have Eyes. Them were some inbred kids. You can even see it on, there's a family out there that's been keeping it in the family, if you will. Know what I'm saying? They've been doing that for years. And they got kids and some of them can't even speak. And all he does is just make noises when he wants something. And they've been unaliving and burying each other in that same land and still having kids with each other. It's disgusting. It's an abominable thing as well. It's disgusting.
So like I said, can I make a remark out of this versicle alone?
And go ahead.
It says, if a man also lie with a mankind, as he lied with a woman, both of them has committed an abomination, okay? Mm-hmm. Today, you hear this question, people ask about, that this commandment doesn't apply to women. It applies to men, right. Okay? For the fact that when they read, they say, if a man also lie with a man, as he layeth with a woman, as they were having sex like a woman, okay? Mm-hmm. But he's telling you right there, as a woman, okay? What do a man does when he lay down with a woman? Have sex, all right? Right. Okay, yeah. The same thing applies to a woman. If a woman lay down with a woman, which is what today we know as lesbians, mm-hmm. right? They both are going to suffer the same penalty. They right. both are committing an abomination.
Right.
Okay? They shall surely be put to death. And like you was talking about, brother, okay, when they both person lay down, man and a woman and a woman, they surely they not can procreate. They
Right.
cannot have no children. But what do? They go ahead and look, to those clinics, to one of them, can be pregnant, or in the case of a man,
Yeah,
they
adoption.
adopt children, so they
Which-
can have a family. And so here come most of their pestilences, because their children's being around, they look what their parents do, and what is going to happen in the future. They will do the same. No wonder why is this land is coming to an end.
Right.
As it happens in Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right. Again, this is Babylon the Great. Know what I'm saying?
That's Babylon, and then the spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah also.
Right. We have the
That's
spirit
Egypt
of Sodom and
also.
Gomorrah, Egypt, and all the things that is wrong.
Salakia said, and let's explain this. When it's a spiritual Babylon, in Babylon in the Hebrew, it means confusion. And our peoples are so confused practicing something that they don't have to practice. Like, for example, this one, a man laying with another man.
Right.
They surely both will put to death.
Right.
No wonder why you find AIDS today. And that is the penalty right there.
Right.
Syphilis. Right. That is what Most High gave to those people who is doing the wrong kind of sex. That's what I want to make a.
Right now, so what you were saying is again, it's real heavy. It's real heavy. Again, like he was saying, for the women, they go to the clinics to go ahead and get impregnated. You know what I'm saying? They get artificially inseminated, is what they call it, artificial insemination. Even though that still happened, you still had to take the seed of a man to go ahead and produce children. Again, you can't go without having the seed of man to multiply and procreate. You know what I'm saying? You still have to rely on that for that kid to come forth and have life in this world. But it's wicked as all get out for you to sit there and put that image on a child. You know what I'm saying? Because now that kid grows up and they see that I have two mommies or two daddies. It's wicked. It's disgusting. Again, it's an abominable thing. Two men can't even procreate at all. You know what I'm saying? They got to go and adopt a kid and destroy them for the rest of their lives. Because now you done pulled this kid out of a place of destruction and poverty or wherever they were, for them to go ahead and be destroyed even more. You may think you're saving them, but you're not. You're only bringing them into more pain and destruction. Because now when this kid goes to school, they're bullied for having two of the same sex parents. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe not today in today's time, because you got teachers online telling kids that it's okay to come out of the closet. And if you come out of the closet as something other than being straight, you get a treat. And if you come out as straight, you don't get nothing. Yes, there's an actual video online out of one. Okay. It's a video online where this woman is telling the kids to go into the closet, and if they come out and sit there and say that they like other things than being straight, she will give them treats. And if they come out and say that they're straight, they will get nothing. That's crazy, ain't it? That's again, that's something that you would do for a dog. You know what I'm saying? You would do for an animal. You'll sit there and give it treats when you think that's something that you deem is right and good. You know what I'm saying? So you sit and they sit and you give them a treat. Now in their mind, oh, if I sit, I get a treat. That's something good. Kid comes out of the closet and say, hey, I like, you know what I'm saying? And you give them a treat, or you give them a toy, or you do something to reward them for doing that. That's
That's the same as training them. It's the same. There's nothing different. I don't see anything different with them doing that and the same thing as teaching a dog how to do tricks. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. We as a Black, Hispanic, and Native American people, we need to teach our children the right way to grow up. Teach them that it's okay to be a heterosexual. I don't even think I was ever going to say those words. You know what I'm saying? I grew up believing, hey, I'm straight. That's the best thing to be. You know what I'm saying? I grew up. I'm glad I grew up. That's how you kids should be believing. Like, I grew up from being a kid to being an adult. I'm happy about that. Not oh man. I hope I'm straight.
Do you see any questions over there?
No, there's no questions. Nobody likes us, man. Right. They don't like the law class because we get into some heavy topics. That's all it is. They don't want the law. That's why they rejected knowledge.
It's kind of heavy. It's kind of heavy.
Right? Yeah. I mean, yeah, because they come into the class and hear a big dude sitting there talking about being in the same sex relationships is the wrong thing to do, and that it's an abominable thing according to the law.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and see what happens. We have two different laws over here. We have a law that we should follow, which is the Bible. The Bible is our constitution, right? Okay, from this constitution, the governments of the world, they have taken and made their own constitutions based on this. But if they apply it in full, no, they don't, because the Bible say if a man lays with a man, it's an abomination. But they say, hey, let's respect that. That's what they want. They say, I believe that a man and a man can get together. I approve it. That's what Barack Obama say. But let's take it from this point. Who is Barack Obama anyway?
A devil.
Everybody get fooled, when he was elected, thinking about he was a Negro, right?
Right.
But man
is not a Negro.
Man,
he's not a Negro.
He is a man from the peoples of Ham, an African. His father is from Kenya, Africa, and his mother is a white woman from Ireland. Okay, he don't have the capacity to tell us the truth because he doesn't even know. Because he believes that a man and a man can get together. That's not in the Bible.
All right, it's not. It's not in the Bible at all.
That is a tradition of the other nations.
Right.
I mean, let's get it from the source is supposed to be getting, okay? We are teaching from our constitution. And they teaching from their constitution. Their law, their own laws. But the own law that we as a Hebrew Israelite we're supposed to follow is the Bible. Go ahead, son.
Okay. No, God. Again, this topic is so heavy to the fact that if you look it up now, it says that they had to take it from the psychological. It's these books for psychiatrists. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They took it out because they sat there and said that it was so much stuff going on, and they had to take it out because it didn't follow what they wanted it to say. You know what I'm saying? And these people sat there and got rid of where it says that it's insane to be in the same sex relationship. Did you know that in the Christian churches before the 1969 or 1970, did you know that if you was to proclaim yourself to be a homosexual, you wasn't allowed to come into the church?
Well, correct. That's what it was.
That's how it was. Even the Christians didn't believe in that sort of thing. And then they sat there and took that agenda and was like, you know what? This is what we got to do now. You know what I'm saying? We got to make sure that we get more people to be Christians and stuff. So they brought that up. What's going on?
If I like to ask something like this, today, when you go to church on Sundays, you find out that the choirs in the church, the one who's singing, the psalms and songs and all that, they are full of gays and lesbians. Come on now, in the church, in the house of God.
Right.
God. Good, like my brother say over here, good night.
Right. Good night. I'm telling you, these, and I'm gonna tell you like this: Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian people. You people going to church on Sunday, you learn absolutely nothing.
And by the way, sir, Salakia, if I disturb you,
Go ahead.
They are attending church in the wrong crazy day, because according to the Bible, the day to observe to go have it as a festivity is Saturday, Sabbath in the Hebrew, and that is exactly what we do here. We do the law. We obey the law and nothing by the law.
Right. The rest day is Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. You know what I'm saying? That is your day of rest.
Yes.
That is the day that we have our Sabbath service on. You know what I'm saying? We get up in the morning and we all come to class. And we teach the Sabbath.
Yeah.
We observe the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? Because us as a people is supposed to follow the law that was given to us. What we doing in the Isupk, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, is doing nothing but breathing life into you. All you got to do is just take an inhale and understand what we are teaching you. It's not grievous. The laws are not grievous at all. It even says it in the book that these laws are not grievous, which means it's not hard. The laws are not hard to do. They're not hard to follow. It's just simple. Don't kill your brother. Don't make a woman into a whore. Don't have sex with the same sex. You know what I'm saying? Dress this way
And
eat this way.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
And this is another command. The woman shall not wear what is pertaining unto a man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not the case that we see every day today down the street. This is normal thing today.
I was just about to get to that. Deuteronomy 22:5. We're going back onto the topic. Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ, because we going a little ways.
But it's good anyway, because we have been, we've been talking about commandments.
Right. Because this is Wednesday. This is the law class. We have to bring out the law for these stiff-necked people.
Most High in Christ.
These destroyed people.
Yeah.
You know? Because that's who we are as a people. As the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we are priests and prophets of the Lord. We are out here teaching the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians the law, the actual law that you have to follow for you to live. If you don't follow it, you die. It's that simple.
It's that simple.
You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. You follow the law, you live. You don't, you die. Why do you think so many people are destroyed? Why do you think so many people don't have they are lacking in knowledge? Because they are rejecting what we are teaching. Now you got homeless people. You got people that sitting there, they're distraught, they're wrung out on drugs and everything. I mean, it's to the point where, I don't know if you remember the series, but they used to have this series called Crackheads Gone Wild. Mm-hmm. Know what I'm saying? It got to the point where they made movies out of brothers and sisters being on drugs. Movies. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You got brothers and sisters out there messed up and they trying to sit there and figure out how to live. They can't cope with how society is. They can't cope with America. So they turn themselves and go somewhere so they can escape this reality, this oppression. Okay? Because the scriptures say, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. Know what I'm saying? And in that sense, the wise man being mad is being insane, being driven insane. That's what's going on with our people. But we're going to go ahead and get back on topic and get to Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5. Know what I'm saying? If you could, when you get it, read.
You say Deuteronomy what?
22 verse 5.
I'm behind Christ. I got it.
These people, they sit there, you got to understand, we had a way of dressing, we had a way of life, we had a way of doing things. Again, this law is to teach you how to live, for you to have the everlasting life. You know what I'm saying? For you to get the kingdom, for you to go ahead and get back into the Most High's good graces. You know what I'm saying? And one of them is to do what?
Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
A woman should not be wearing a man's clothing. She shouldn't be going out and finding what a man has to wear to go and make himself look good and feel good about himself. A woman shouldn't be. So I'm pretty sure y'all see how we dress. You know what I'm saying? When we go out and teach, a woman shouldn't be wearing that. A woman should be wearing like women clothing. You know what I'm saying? It should say made for women. I'm not gonna sit there and tell everybody that women should be just wearing straight dresses. Not because they make pants for women too.
Man, they look like a cowboy, man.
Hey,
They
yo.
look like a cowboy. And I tell you one thing, they dressed up, according to the law of men so and proper. They are showing, the whole body. You don't leave no secrets. Even this cover, but a material, fabric, all right?
Right.
But they don't let no doubt to no one, what they are having right there, all right? Let me keep on reading, okay?
Go ahead, read.
Which is pertaining unto a man. Neither shall a man put in a woman's garment. What we was talking about, brother?
Right.
We was talking about, what is going on today.
Right.
Will Smith's son. What is the basketball player also? What is his name? In Florida.
Dwayne,
Hit.
no, not Dwayne.
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 Yeah. Man, the same thing.
Dwayne Wade or some book. I don't watch basketball.
What is the big dude, that used to play in now he's playing in Lakers, the famous one. I seen the pictures on the internet, dressing the skirts like a woman.
Right.
I mean, look at, man, no wonder why the world is coming to an end, because everything that has been practiced over here, from everybody is an abomination. Parent doesn't have no control of their own kids.
Right. It says that the women will oppress them and the children will rule over them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I'm about to go ahead and show you. No, wait. I'm gonna just go ahead and keep reading what we got. You know what I'm saying? I just lost that.
Okay, let me keep on reading this, okay, while you're looking at, right?
Okay, go ahead.
Put into a woman's garment, for all that do, so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
Right.
Pay attention, if you women are dressing like a man, if you men are dressing like a woman, our Constitution, our Bible, okay, says that is an abomination. And we are telling our peoples today, because this is our work, this is our duty, to tell our people, the 12 tribe of Israel, okay, which are the so-called black peoples in America, the so-called Hispanic and the North American Indians. That is our job, and we are doing it. We are doing this, under the orders, okay, of Commanding and General Yahana, that he is in charge of the Isupk today, which means the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, because we are teaching you over here, real knowledge, real truth, real history, from any source you want it. If it comes from a man that they wrote their own books, but then also it comes from the Bible.
Right.
Well,
It's like if I may, I don't know. I don't think I'm teaching the class no more. I'm messing with y'all. I'm messing with you.
Hey, no, we are
But not.
together, son.
Hey, look, I want y'all to understand something. You know what I'm saying? We had our own way of dressing. We had our own way of doing things. You know what I'm saying? Oh, close that. What's going on here? No, we don't need that. We don't need that. Stop it. Good night. They don't want to listen.
Say something, man.
It's slacking. Not so. Again, we had our own way of dressing. Women shouldn't be wearing what we wear as men. Know what I'm saying? Man, you shouldn't be wearing what a woman wears. You shouldn't be walking out there with your head wrapped in a dress and a goddamn on and some dang on female shoes. Know what I'm saying? You shouldn't want to be wearing that. You shouldn't. That's not appealing at all. It's weird and it's an abominable thing. What's up?
Yes. Also, since we're talking about that, today, a lot of women, love to go to the gyms.
Oh.
And they start exercising, and they suddenly, they become, so muscular and they look like a man. You know what? Man, I don't want to be with a woman that looks like a man. And women today are trying to be like a man, and a man is trying to be like a woman.
It's backwards and confusing. But I was just talking to my homie, right? And I was just talking about how women out there being, as he called them, muscle mommies. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand the concept. I don't understand the term. But he was sitting there talking about he's looking for a woman that can pick him up and throw him on the bed. I was like, bro, that's weird, and it sounds a little sus. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like that's a pause moment. It looked like she would probably be the one getting you, not you getting her. He's like, ain't nothing wrong with a woman with muscles. I was like, it's a lot of things wrong with a woman with muscles. You know what I'm saying? Again, that's your fetish. That's what you like. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to sit there and go ahead and have this conversation with you no more. But again, women out there going to the gym, yes, I understand. You're trying to slim down. I understand that. I see a lot of women at the gym when I go. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful thing. Because what they do is they go to work out and they want to get your attention. They go there to get men's attention. Because ain't no way if you going in there just so you can work out, you ain't going to be wearing those super skin tight clothes and skimpy shirts and other things. And you got everything all out in the shows. You know what I'm saying?
What?
If a man, some men go to the gym so they can exercise the demons that's on them. They're trying to get rid of problems in their mentality. You know what I'm saying? Again, trying to lose weight. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're trying to do out there. But women out there trying their best to go ahead and be what a man is. And that's not right. Again, this is Babylon the Great. Babylon, and it means a confusion. And that's exactly what it is. Nothing but confusion. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and give you a way that we are supposed to dress. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to let you take a look and see what we're supposed to be looking like over here.
If I might say something.
Right.
Okay? Now look at the time we are living today, 2023. But let's go back, when the slave master was in full effect. When we was in the plantations, when we was in the haciendas down in Latin America, right? Same thing.
Right.
Same thing.
Right.
All right? So we see how our women used to dress.
Right.
Long dresses.
Yes.
You never saw a woman, dressed in pants.
Right.
You never saw a man dressing
in a dress.
In a dress.
Right.
I mean,
this image... I didn't mean to cut you off.
This is because the peoples of old, they was very close to the practices of the commandments which are in the Bible.
Right.
But today, with the lies of the one man, who actually they are in control of the Christian churches, which is their religion. Mm-hmm. They has created all of these abominations, and they make it seem like it's true when in reality it's everything against the Bible.
Right.
against the word of God. Go ahead, sir.
Shalaki, if I may. This image right here that y'all see on the screen, this is what a man's apparel is normally supposed to look like. This is how a man would dress. This is a manly thing. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't want your man to be out there dressed in some dang on Prada heels, or I don't know if that's a thing, Prada heels, or these handbags. Man, it's all crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing but confusion. But this is how a man should wear his clothing. And then there's also a description on why their clothing looks like this. If you could give me Deuteronomy 22 and 12. You know what I'm saying? We, as a men, we wear garments with fringes, with boots, because we are warlike men. You know what I'm saying? And we wear warlike apparel.
Warriors.
Right. We're warrior men. We're a warrior race. Black, Hispanic, and Native American. Why do you think we are fighters? Why do you think we always want to fight? Because it's in our blood. It's in our DNA to battle. We want to fight. You know what I'm saying? We want to be militant. We want to be a warring race. We want to be what we were in the days of old. But we don't know how to act on it. And the Isupk is teaching you Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians how to be a man, how to come in and dress yourself, how to eat, how to behave as a man. You know what I'm saying? How to conduct yourselves, how to raise your children up to be men. Go ahead and read what you got.
Yeah, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 12. Thou shalt make thee fringes upon the four quarters of thy vesture.
Right. So when they say in the four corners of your vesture, they're talking about going down the seams of your pants, going down the seams of your shirt. Where there's a seam, that's where your fringe is supposed to be. Now, I'm saying not at the bottom of your t-shirts, okay? Not at the bottom. And I'm going to show you something. There's something right here. This better be it. No. This right here is not appropriate. Fringes on the bottom of your t-shirt is not appropriate. Go ahead and read that from the top.
Thou shalt make thee fringes upon the four quarters of thy vesture.
This is not something that a man would wear. If you see this right here, I don't know if I can enlarge it. I've been trying to enlarge it, but I can't. So this is all we got. But we don't wear fringes at the bottom of our t-shirts. Your t-shirt is your undergarment. You know what I'm saying? That's something that you would wear under your warlike apparel, or your garments that you would wear every day. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Wherewith thou coverest thyself.
Where you cover yourself. Now that's a t-shirt, man. That's a t-shirt with fringes on it. At the bottom of the t-shirt at that. It's giving sus vibes. You know what I'm saying? That's giving sus vibes.
Yes, I like it, sir, if I might. Okay, now let's return back to time. In history, when the so-called Europeans came to America, and they find, our brothers, the so-called North American Indians, and even though until today, when we see, our North American Indians, come out, to public, and they offer their dances, they are still wearing, their fringes.
Right.
They haven't forget about it.
Right.
And we're talking about the Hispanic people. We wear fringes in our jackets over there, because this is in our genes, that in past time, that's what we used to do. That's what we used to do, dress according to the Bible with fringes on. All right, brother?
Right.
Keep on, bro. You say 22 and 12.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I want y'all to understand something. When they sit there and give you a description on how to wear your clothing with the fringes, you know what I'm saying? they refer to the Native Americans because, again, the Native Americans were always wearing fringes on everything. If you look at old school paintings or drawings of what a Native American looked like, or according to the white man or Slacky, according to the devil, you know what I'm saying, the pale-face race, they will tell you that the savages wore different kind of clothing. Yes, they called us savages. When they came over, they smelled worse than a savage. You know what I'm saying? They came over here coming off the ship smelling real bad. And it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I got images of how Native Americans dressed. You know what I'm saying? Even today's time. I don't know if y'all can see this. You see how right here, this is a kid. This is a kid with the garment has fringes on the border. You know what I'm saying? You'll find the kids with the like that growing up as Native Americans. You find the women have garments with fringes as well, and on their vestures is still a womanly garment. You still got things that women can wear and still look like a woman. But we wore fringes. Native Americans still wear fringes to this day, even though they don't really know the real reason why. Mm-hmm. They just know that the people wore it. So they keep the traditions alive. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And us Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians in the ISUPK, we out here teaching you Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian people what it's supposed to look like. This is what you're supposed to look like. This is how your garment should look. You know what I'm saying? You see the brother all the way on the left has fringes on his garment going on his vesture. You know what I'm saying? On the outer clothing is going down the seams of his pants, on the seams of his shirt. You know what I'm saying? And then he has the arm bands. These are war bands that goes on the arm to guard your arms and wrists. And then you got the belt that goes across the girt, which is supposed to protect your stomach from enemy attacks. And then you see them in boots. You know what I'm saying? You see these boots on these brothers. Oh, wait, you can't even see it. But these brothers got boots on. 9 times out of 10, they have boots on. I don't think any brother has ever taken a picture with gym shoes. Go ahead.
So like I said, okay, now we're talking about, the way we should dress properly.
Okay, sir.
Okay, if it's possible, if anyone in the audience right there, okay, I just want to invite you, to check out on the ISUPK either YouTube or Facebook or the other social medias about, when we, the Hebrew Israelites, are in camp, you will find out that we wear properly with fringes.
Every time.
And boots and all what is listed in the Bible as a man of war. As a real soldiers and as a warriors and all of them.
Right. If you could get me numbers 15 and 38. You know what I'm saying? Again, men should be dressing like men. Women should be dressing like women. Women should not have what you see on this screen right now. They should not be wearing that at all. Now, if they want to go ahead and wear their kind of fringes and stuff, they could go ahead and still do what a woman's garment look like. You know what I'm saying? And I just showed you what Native Americans' garment look like. And they have ways that the women used to wear their garment. You know what I'm saying? And again, they didn't have T-shirts with fringes on them. I don't know if that's a good clue for you or anything, but I want you to understand something. That's not something that is looked highly upon. It looks weird and looks sus. You know what I'm saying? To have fringes on your undergarments. You got it?
Yeah, I got it. This is the book of Numbers,
15.
Chapter 15, verse 38. And this is Moses, speaking over here.
Right, this is Moses speaking.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
And saying, speak unto the children of Israel. Talk to my people. Talk
to
you Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. Mm-hmm. And tell them. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of the garments throughout their generations.
He's telling us to tell the children, tell you, Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, this is what you need to do. You need to get you some garments, and you need to put them fringes on all the borders, you know what I'm saying, of your garment. This is how your apparel should look like. You should have fringes. Even though in today's society, you can't really wear fringes everywhere you go, but you should be wearing fringes whenever you can. Know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And that they put upon their fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
You should be wearing a ribbon of blue to go across the border. So if you got fringes going across your arm like this, you should have a ribbon of blue right there at the edge as well, where the seam is. You know what I'm saying? You should have it where it can be seen. It's supposed to be fringes with a border of blue. Go ahead.
Verse 39. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye might look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and to do them.
Seeing these fringes is to remind you of the law. It's to remind you that there's a reason why we dress this way. It's a reason why we eat this way. It's a reason why we don't celebrate pagan holidays. We celebrate the high holy days. And speaking of, we have the high holy day, the Feast of Dedication, Hanukkah in Hebrew, tomorrow at sundown. Tune in. It's going to be live. We're doing the opening of the feast day. You know what I'm saying? This is the first day of 8. You know what I'm saying? It's a high holy day that goes on for 8 days. It's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why would you want a pagan holiday where you can only celebrate one day? You know what I'm saying? In the dead of winter where it is cold outside. I mean, I want to go and be around my brothers and eat some good food and drink some good drink. You know what I'm saying? For 8 days, though. You get 8 days of being with family and friends, if you will. We got, you can find that in the book of First Maccabees. The book of First Maccabees. Give me 1 second, slide. Man, it's crazy. You can find it in the book of First Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 52 through 61. We're going to go ahead and do the opening, and we're going to go over that specific chapter. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a high holy day. It's a feast day. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go ahead and have the class, and we're going to sit there and break it down for you on why we have this feast and what it pertains to. You know what I'm saying? So tune in tomorrow at the normal time from 6 to 8.
Yeah, kind.
From 6 to 8. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you have you a good drink and some good food and go ahead and watch class, if you will. Because afterwards we're going to eat and drink and be brotherly and sisterly. Be a family. Like we supposed to in Zephaniah 2:1. Oh, good night. It makes me want to bring that out every time. We should be gathering together. You know what I'm saying? Gather together on that day and be brotherly and sisterly towards each other. Eat some good food. Drink some good drink. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's get back to what we was talking about. We got we are still in we done with numbers?
Kind. All right.
And I'm gonna tell you like this. Oh man. This thing keeps popping up. Let's get that out of the way. I do apologize. That little screen pop-up has a mind of its own. So we're going to go ahead and jump from that and get to Psalms 45, verse 8. The book of Psalms 45, verse 8. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I'm getting here is because, again, in this image, These brothers has probably put on some type of oil to make themselves smell good. You know what I'm saying? Because we as a people, we do this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Brothers in the world, I know y'all do it just so y'all can impress these ladies. You know what I'm saying? Y'all sit there and go to the club and you probably got on some Dolce and Gabbana, some bod fragrance or some other kind of stuff, or Ed Hardy or whatever other kind of cologne out there. You know what I'm saying? You would put cologne on after you done took your shower, put on a nice fit, and hit the club. Probably broke it and broke, but you still hit the club like you got money and you trying to hit on a woman. You know what I'm saying? And now you bag her, and then you go home with her. Just so you know. That's another class we're going to get into on another day. We can't get off topic no more. I'm starting to run out of time. But yeah, so go ahead and read what you got.
Well, we have the book of Psalms, chapter 45, verse 8. All thy garments smell of myrrh and aloes and cassia out of the ivory palaces, whereby they have made thee glad.
This is talking about the smell goods. You know what I'm saying? We got brothers that make cologne. Captain Tazariak. He makes some really good cologne oils, body butters. Know what I'm saying? Go ahead, hit his page up, order you some oils and stuff. Know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, the ladies is gonna love it. I got some stuff that I put on, and I sat on the bus, and this sister was just got closer and closer. And I was like, that is an interesting smell. That smells it smells really good. What is that? You know what I'm saying? And I was kind of like a little weirded out, but I was happy that the woman came to me first. You know what I'm saying? And she came over and was like, it smells good. That's why I was a little weirded out, because I didn't expect to be smelled on the bus. And so, again, in this verse, all the garments that we wear smell good. We wear cologne. We wear oils. You know what I'm saying? I even got oil in my bag now. Yes.
So, sir, and by this versicle alone, you know, I mean, it has history, right?
Right.
And it say, all thy garments smell of myrrh and aloes and cassia. Okay, but see what happens. This is history.
Right.
This is telling our traditions.
Right.
Okay, what we used to do in the past, we brought it up right now in the Isupk.
Right.
All right, as an emerging nation again. Okay.
Of course.
Okay, now myrrh. Okay, and aloes, oils. That is exactly what we do in the Isupk. We got Captain Tazariak. Cassia also, means some perfumes, made out of cinnamon.
Okay, that's like it, if I may. And I don't mean to not include the other brothers that be making oils or anything. You know what I'm saying? But Captain Tazariak is the main one that I know. But there are other brothers and sisters that make oils. They also make soaps too.
Okay.
They make some really good soaps. And it's all natural and lawful stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, again, big ups to y'all for helping brothers and sisters smell good. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
And then again, that is letting you know, because we are reading the book of Psalms, by the times of King David supposed to wrote this, the book of Psalms, right? Mostly of it. So this is nothing new.
Right.
This is old, long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, the scriptures say in the days of old, it will be in the days of new.
Okay, but now we can see, everybody think about, everything, that we see today is the result, of the white man creation, the devil, right?
Right.
But now we can see, this is our tradition that all the nations from the world has copied from us.
Right. I'm it's like, if I may, I'm gonna bring this up. I'm gonna tell you like this: the devils, you know what I'm saying? They didn't know what cleanliness was. They didn't. When they got off those ships, man, I'm telling you, the natives and the Hispanic people was appalled at the smell that came off of them, because the settlers, the Europeans that came over on these ships, they they thought that being clean was wearing fresh underwear. The whiter the underwear, the cleaner you are. That's what they thought. They thought that the underwear was what was cleaning you and making you pure. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I actually, give me 1 second. This is history. You know what I'm saying? It says again, this I'm not making this up. This is history. It says although bathhouses did exist in the colonies, they were not for bathing. Listen, not for bathing in the modern sense. Rather, bathhouses were thought of as a kind of medicinal cure, or else a place for wealthy people to relax. In the 1770s, the royal governor of the colony of Virginia used his bathhouse to cool down on a particularly hot day. And the handful of baths Louis the 14th took, those were on the advice of a doctor to treat his convulsions. And he had to take a bath because of his convulsions. And it was for to cure him. It says cleanliness, to the extent that people thought about in the 17th century, had much more to do with what we now call underwear than anything else. Ward says colonists kept themselves clean by changing the white linens under their clothes. The cleaner and whiter the linens, the cleaner the person, or so the thinking wit. It was thought that the linen underwear was what really kept the body clean, because it was assumed that the underwear itself was the agent that cleaned the body, that it absorbed the body's impurities and the dirt and the sweat and so on, he says. These linens were supposed to be a little visible around the collar so that others could see how clean and morally pure that person wearing them was. A Puritan minister's distinctive display of white linen marked him as not only a man of God, but also a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? That is what they have for history on these devils.
By grace.
Go ahead.
If I might add something else, that history, the brother is reading right here, right now, it happens over here in what we call today United States,
Right.
America, right? But see, I'm going to tell you one thing, why we say over here the black, Hispanic, and North American Indians, we are the same peoples, because the same thing that happens over here, according to what he's reading right here, it happens right down in Mexico and Central and South America. Let me tell you, when Christopher Columbus arrived to Mexico, okay, and they they was ready to approach, what is known today as Mexico City. They were so astonished about what they discovered right there. That is exactly what they discovered. Something unknown, a city, okay, that it was a big city. It was probably twice or three times bigger than was the city of Paris, France. Okay, that is in Europe, all right. And then the Aztecs, the so-called Mexicans, they have a running water, and they was bathing twice a day, if not three times a day.
Right.
Meanwhile, back in Europe, people over there, they was taking a bath once a day. It was a king down in France, that took a bath once a year. Well, you let me know.
That was Louis the 14th.
But see, there's Louis, yeah.
Right.
Okay, let's call it like that. But that is exactly what happened. So, in our traditions, in our culture, following the commandments of our Lord, we are supposed to be very, we are clean people, in our body.
Right.
Okay, in everything we do, okay, but it's contrary, back to the Europeans, back to our enemies. They didn't do practice. If they do it today, they copy of us.
Right. I mean, even today, man, you find, okay, so growing up, I had before I came into the truth, I had this little white friend. You know what I'm saying? He called himself Redneck, which was hilarious to me. You know what I'm saying? One day I ended up spending the night at his crib, and I asked if I can get a rag, a towel, so I can go ahead and take a shower. You know what I'm saying? And they looked at me as if they seen an alien. You know what I'm saying? They were so baffled at the fact that I asked for a rag that they had to ask me, aren't those for the dishes? You know what I'm saying? I was like, what do you mean? Like you don't use a rag to clean yourself with the soap and everything? What do you use? You know what I'm saying? Please don't tell me what I think you're going to tell me. You know what I'm saying? He told me that they only use the bar soap. You need to scrub the dirt off of you from the day's work that you did. You know what I'm saying? It was weird and it made me uncomfortable. I ended up going home that day. I didn't even stay the night. I went home and told my mama. Just like that. I told them, hey, look, do you believe these people told me that I was weird for taking a bath or taking a shower with a rag? You know what I'm saying? That's how I told her. And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, I've never. Every person's house that I've been to, they always give you a rag and a towel and a face rag too. You know what I'm saying? To make sure you was clean. My Hispanic friends that I went over, man, every morning. Well, I don't know, like every morning, but I knew every morning that I was there, they had Hispanic jams going, and the house was either smelling like chili or they was sitting there cleaning. You know what I'm saying? Woke up like I done got pepper sprayed one morning. That was crazy. But again, these people were clean people. And then compared to the redneck, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, don't cancel me for that because that was his actual nickname that he went by. You know what I'm saying? I never knew him by his real name. Just like he never knew me by my real name. Okay? So that's the only way I can describe him. All right? But it just baffled me to see that. You know what I'm saying? And that history that I seen right there, and then knowing that, I was like, it makes sense. It makes so much sense that you people don't really know how to take a bath. I've seen even worse, but I'm not gonna bring that up until after class. I'll let you know what's going on. But
so like if I mind,
go ahead, Ottawa.
Everything has a history,
Right.
And fortunately for us to explain these truths, we didn't wrote that history, their history. They wrote it themselves.
Right.
Okay? The so-called Caucasian people, we the so-called Caucasian people, which is the rednecks, our common enemy. All right?
The dang on devil.
Our common enemy.
Right.
The Bible called it the devil, the liar, the deceiver.
Right.
When they used to live in the so-called Caucasian mountains, and that's where their name coming, Caucasian peoples, they used to live in caves there. They wrote the history, not us. They used to sleep naked. They used to have sex, men to men, and with all the women that was around there. And they used to defecate, imagine, close to themselves. And that is exactly where their history is coming from, to be a nasty people. Now they claim, they say that we are, but you know what?
Right.
Whatever they practice today, they learn it from us.
Right. We the ones who taught them how to live right, how to bathe and be clean. Because apparently, us as a people, we did not accept that. We did not accept the fact that these disgusting people came over here getting off of their ship smelling like bounce that behind, okay? If you don't mind me saying it that way. Okay. But that's how they looked at it, you know what I'm saying? So if you could you get Proverbs 7:17? I'm going to tell you like this. we to the point where we do things a certain way in everything. You know what I'm saying? All the way down to how we sleep. And what's about to be brought out is something that everybody should be doing. You know what I'm saying? It helps you sleep better. And when you wake up, you feel a lot more refreshed. You know what I'm saying? I usually do this in my own bed if I have the stuff for it. So go ahead and read what you got.
Yeah, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 7, verse 17. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon.
He said that he perfumed his bed with the aloes, myrrh, and cinnamon. It's saying that he put the oils in his bed. He sprinkled oil in his bed, and he put the smell goods in his bed. Made sure his bed was clean and fresh with fresh linen. You know what I'm saying? And then covered it up with the oils. And then he laid in it. And guess what? I bet that was the best night's sleep. I'm telling you, you be relaxed out of your mind. You just got out the shower. Your bed smelled nice. And now you over there throwing back Z's. You know what I'm saying? You calling the cows home, if you will. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you like this. Not only did we do that, we also wore jewels. You know what I'm saying? As other brothers call them, jewels. But we wore jewels. You know what I'm saying? If you could give me Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 10. And then we're going to close the class out after that. We sat there and we wore our apparel. We wore this. You know what I'm saying? We wore necklaces. We wore rings. We wore piercing.
Songs of Solomon?
Song of Solomon is in here.
All right.
If you want, I can give it to you on this. But yeah, so we dressed a certain way. We always wore jewels. We always done things different from everybody else. You know what I'm saying? You got it?
Yeah. What you say it is?
It's 1 and 10.
Okay, this is the book of Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 10. Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels.
It means he had a grill in his mouth, just like these pictures that you see right here. This is what we did. We put jewels in our mouths. You know what I'm saying? You see all types of grills. You know what I'm saying? We wore grills. We wore necklaces. We wore all types of things. This is what we did. This is not something that, again, this is something that's embedded in our DNA. Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians always want grills. Know what I'm saying? Even in the world, I never understood that. Why? But I really wanted to put gold in my mouth. As a kid, we grew up, we put aluminum foil in our mouth on our teeth and stuff because we seen the adults doing it and we wanted to look cool and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what we used to do. But now that I'm in the truth and I'm reading and understanding the Bible, being taught the Bible, I understand why we did that. Because as a people, this is something that we did. This is in our DNA. We want to have rows of jewels in our mouth. We wanted to have necklaces. We wanted to have rings. And we wanted to smell good. We wanted to look good. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to be the best of the best of the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to attract women. And if you look at today's terminology, they call it, even though this word sounds hecka sus, they call it peacocking. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what peacocks used to do. They used to sit there and flash. They usually do. They flash their tails and show their colors. And they want to attract the female. That's what we do. We dress the dress so we can impress. You know what I'm saying? We sit there and go out stunting on people. Trust and believe. When we get that check and we get a little bit of dough, we go ahead and go get some fresh clothes and we step out. Or we just step out when we have the time and the money to do so. But we make sure we dress in style. We make sure we do the things that we need to as a people. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so with that, I'm Priest and Officer Kalam with the Isupk. And we're going to go ahead and get these security announcements. know what I'm saying? It says, we are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10. Ma'ashara, it means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. You give it to the Treasury Department or the teacher. Priest fund is a free will offering for priests. It's not mandatory, but whatsoever amount you would like to give would be appreciated. We have the upcoming Holy Convocation, which will be tomorrow at sundown, the Feast of Hanukkah, the Feast of Dedication. You know what I'm saying? For the span of 8 days, we are to eat. It says the 15th day of the, no, that's the tabernacles. The 25th day of the 9th month by the space of 8 days, which is Thursday, the 7th of December, 2023 for 8 days. You can find that in the First Maccabees chapter 4:52-61. You know what I'm saying? And y'all can go ahead and check the bulletin board and see what any upcoming events. You can find that at any of the schools near you as well. You look at the bulletin board or whatever they got set up so you can see the events that they got coming up. If anybody wants to be a trooper in the school, you start wearing all black. Boots, pants, shirt, headband, and or scarf. With that, imagine. What is it? Imagine? Yeah. Imagine. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Yahweh Shemi Al Shabarakatah. And with that, class dismissed.
And